After excelling in its performance tests, Jack 7 was officially adopted as the main humanoid weapon of G Corporation. Amidst the mass production of Jack 7s, Jane threw herself into the development of a new model, featuring revolutionary specs befitting a next-gen machine. Just as her work was to come to fruition, the Mishima Zaibatsu announced the next entry in the King of Iron Fist tournament. Jane completed Jack 8's combat data collection and made the final adjustments for the new machine to enter the tournament.
Go get him, my sweet Jack! Collect data on their battle movements and power up!
The winner is Jack 8! A new era has begun!
The tournament ends with Jack 8 as the victor. G Corporation.
My Jack is the best!
Jack 8 took down one powerful fighter after.
You look so cool, Jack! Okay, let's check the data you collected. First, Lee Chaolan. Next is Steve Fox. Finally, Elisa Boskanovich. What? You didn't have to learn that! Ah!
Jin Kazuma, driven by the devil's blood in his veins, plunged the world into chaos and conflict as head of the Mishima Zaibatsu. In order to control the devil within him, Jin headed home to Yakushima, where an unbelievable reunion awaited him. It was the woman who went missing due to Ogre's assault several years prior, his mother, Jun Kazuma. Reunited with his mother once more, Jin began a journey of spiritual training to face his inner psyche and prepare for the battles ahead.
必ずデビューの力を完全に制御してみせる。無理に打ち返さない。かかと落としが来たら左に避けて打つ。相打ち。力が入ったか。
ジンお昼の時間よ。
今日は豪華だね。
残さず食べるのよ。
うん。次は勝てそうだ。
Several years ago, Jun Kazuma faced the mighty ogre in Yakushima, where she narrowly escaped death by fleeing to the Kazuma Sanctum. As she drifted in and out of consciousness, she was overcome with scenes of a deadly struggle between her beloved Kazuya Mishima and son Jin Kazuma. Upon waking from her long nightmare, Jun realized her visions were a reflection of how the pair stood in the real world. She set off for Italy to put an end to this quarrel between father and son.
和也さん、ジン、必ずあなたたちを救ってみせます。
休憩だ。この野郎。おっと。
そこまで。いい加減にしなさい。 ジン、勝也さん。夢だったのね。
Kazuya Mishima defeated Heihachi Mishima, the head of the Mishima Zaibatsu, and put an end to their protracted rivalry. Heihachi disappeared after losing the match against Kazuya, and without a head, the Mishima Zaibatsu spiraled into crisis. To elect a new head of the organization, the group announced it was holding a new entry in the King of Iron Fist tournament. This was the chance that Kazuya had been waiting for, the chance to achieve total world domination.
世界を滑るのが誰なのかきっちりと刻み込んでくれる。くだらん質問だ。次。くだらん。俺の人生は今まで戦いに彩られていた。あいつと知り合ったのもとある戦いの最中だ。闘争が日常である俺の周りに弱者は必要ない。そしてこいつは強い。それだけだ。次。俺は全てを手に入れる。
King, the undisputed pro wrestling champion, ran an orphanage that rescues children from all over the world. However, due to the war between G Corporation and the Mishima Zaibatsu, the orphanage was already well beyond capacity. The troubled wrestler then remembered the recently announced the King of Iron Fist tournament and came up with a plan. In order to find collaborators for his project, King put his name forward for the tournament.
What? Did you come to rub it in? Or do you still want to fight?
The mixed martial arts special charity match is about to begin!
King, Steve Fox.
There's the bell to start the match! Ooh, Steve rushes in right off the bat. King reacts instinctively, but here comes the snake charmer! This feels more like a real fight than a charity match.
Get ready to fly!
A flurry of combos from Steve! King shows off some clever rope work though. And it's a round-out body press! A roar from King! Have the tables turned? But Steve counters! Ooh, he intercepts it with an arm whip! King is about to finish it!
Hey, come on!
What? Steve's back on his feet! There it is! The tomahawk! It's all over!
Kuma was Heihachi Mishima's pet, and an enthusiastic member of the Mishima Zaibatsu's prized Tekken force. But his master Heihachi fell in battle against his son Kazuya Mishima, and his fate remained a mystery. The now headless Mishima Zaibatsu announced anew the King of Iron Fist tournament to select a new head of the organization. Kuma vowed to win the tournament to keep Heihachi's ambition alive and to fulfill his own dream.
The winner is Len Xiaoyao!
Lars Alexanderson had risen in revolt against the Mishima Zaibatsu, forming the rebel army Yggdrasil. He bolstered his forces to oppose the Mishima Zaibatsu and G Corporation. The immense power struggle that unfolded between these two massive conglomerates had brought the world and its people to the very brink of annihilation. Soon thereafter, he heard the announcement of the King of Iron Fist tournament to select the next head of the Mishima Zaibatsu. Lars resolved to join the tournament and gain the authority he needed to put an end to the global pandemonium.
この千載一遇のチャンス逃すわけにはいかない。
G Corporation forces are trying to take over the world, but we of the Rebel Army refuse to let that happen on our watch. We've gathered state-of-the-art flying boats in good number. So too do we have the latest weaponry, one for you and one for you too. There's plenty of fun to be had as well. You're certain to have the time of your life. Come, we want you to join the Rebel Army. Join now and we will provide a high-performance battlesuit when you enlist. There's no need to worry about raids from G-Co. We have reliable allies on our side. Captain Elisa Boskonovich.
皆様は私が守ります。
Join us in our fight for freedom. Commander Lars Alexanderson.
我々は必ず勝利する。私は君を待っている。
カット。いやー、最高の演技だったよ、ラース。お疲れ様です、ラース。とっても素敵でした、ラース。
いや、アリサこそとても良かったよ。たくさんの仲間が集まるといいな。
大丈夫、きっと集まりますよ。
隊員が集まればアリサの負担も減らすことができる。
そんな私のことは気にしないでください。
いつだって気にするさ。
ラース、
これからもよろしく頼む。
The struggling dojo owner martial law was up to his neck in debt. He searched far and wide for a skilled instructor to help him restore the dojo, but all his efforts were in vain. Then, upon returning home, he found that his precious dojo had been seized as collateral for his debts. He then heard of the latest The King of Iron Fist tournament and learned that control of the Mishima Zaibatsu was on the line. Left with no other options, Law prepared to unleash his fighting spirit and get his hands on the Mishima Zaibatsu's deep coffers.
The prize is mine! What's wrong, sidekick?
You've been contacted by the UN. In regards to the wars caused by Mishima Zaibatsu, they've sent you a bill for damages.
Huh? What? What the?
What happened? Don't die! You still haven't paid me!
Violet Systems, the company run by Li Chaolan, had reached a turning point with its next-gen battlesuits. Despite their excellent performance and myriad features, they would require the use of live field tests to advertise their appeal before they could begin a global rollout. Around this time, news reached the company president's ears. The announcement of the King of Iron Fist tournament organized by the Mishima Zaibatsu. Lee had been looking for a way to make an effective PR push and decided to enter the tournament to do just that.
やはりここは私自身が性能をアピールするしかあるまい。
Now the head of the Mishima Zaibatsu, he began mass-producing the next-gen battlesuit he used in the tournament. These suits were used to put an end to the war, boosting his influence even further.
ついに世界の頂点に立ったぞ。
マスター、お知らせが一件ございます。
こういう時は気の利いた報告を聞きたいものだ。
先ほど我がバイオレットシステムズの平和維持活動部隊が奇襲に遭い、各所で甚大な被害が出ております。
何？ヘイ、ハッチ、ライブ映像を出してくれ。
こちらになります。
苦戦しているようだね。仕方ない。ここは私の出番だね。ハチ、留守番を頼んだよ。
かしこまりました、マスタ
ー。エクセレント。ブリリアント。
While investigating the death of Mother Emma, Leo miraculously managed to reunite with long-lost father Nicholas Cleason. A world-renowned archaeologist, Nicholas had narrowly escaped from one of the Mishima Zaibatsu's excavation sites and had been on the run from them ever since. Fortunately, Leo heard the news of the King of Iron Fist tournament that would decide the new head of the Mishima Zaibatsu. As the head of the organization, Leo's father's safety could be secured and they could remain together, so Leo decided to join the tournament.
Halt durch, Papa. Ich verspreche dir, ich werde gewinnen. Papa, ich glaube, wir haben einen unglaublichen archäologischen Fund gemacht.
Da hast du recht. Hä? Sei vorsichtig.
Hä?
Was?
Du!
Hä?
Was hast du getan, Papa?
Ich habe ihn nur ganz kurz berührt.
Was ist denn, Papa?
Lauf! Das sind Sachen vom Kaliber kostarikanischer Steinkugeln!
Was sollen wir tun? Die Ruinen stürzen ein!
Nichts als ein bedauerlicher Unfall. Das bleibt unter uns. Leo, hier kommen wir raus!
Lauf, Papa!
Leroy Smith was extolled as a hero for freeing New York from the clutches of gangs backed by the Mishima Zaibatsu. The Wing Chun master moved to crush the Mishima Zaibatsu himself, but the news of Heihachi Mishima's disappearance circulated throughout the world. Afterward, the Mishima Zaibatsu announced the King of Iron Fist tournament to select a new head of the organization. Sensing another chance to dismantle the conglomerate once and for all, Leroy pledged to win the tournament.
Man, what a stubborn bunch. Now's the time for a good cleanup.
遊びに来たよ。
Sugar, no!
うわ、ちょっと。大きくなったね、シュガー。
So did you, Xiaoyu. I'm glad you came.
うん。
You were about this tall back then.
今はこんなに大きくなりました。
I was surprised to see you at the tournament.
そうだね。私が本当に小さかった頃以来だもんね。
The last time I saw you was on the streets of Hong Kong. What do you say we spar again?
うん。
Come on, then.
今度は負けないよ。
You're still green.
The last time the King of Iron Fist tournament was held, Lili lost to her eternal rival, Asuka Kazuma. The Rochefort heiress devoted herself to training, waiting for a chance at a rematch to regain her lost honor. One day, news of the tournament to decide the next head of the Mishima Zaibatsu reached Lili's ears. Seeing her rival's name on the roster, she went behind her father's back to enter the tournament and put her Asuka countermeasures to good use.
Tu vas voir ce que tu vas voir, Asuka. Je vous promets à tous qu'en tant que chef de la Mishima Zaibatsu, je ferai de ce monde un monde meilleur. Merci infiniment. Bonjour, maître Leroy. Ah, les discours me rendent toujours nerveuse.
What? You're the head of Mishima Zaibatsu now. It's expected of you.
En fait, je n'étais pas vraiment intéressée par le poste.
Hey, you two. What are you two rich people talking about? If you're talking about ways to earn money, I want in.
Au fait, ce qu'a fait Smith.
Oh, this?
J'ai entendu dire que ce n'était pas
don't
vraiment
leave me out.
politique.
I have them let me check.
C'était une bien belle danse. Comme je le pensais, le combat me sied beaucoup mieux. Je dois partir. Tu viens, Salt?
Nina Williams led the Tekken Force raid on the rebel army hideout to capture Jin Kazuma, former head of the Mishima Zaibatsu. The raid was cut short due to the tactics of Li Chaolan, causing her to quit the Mishima Zaibatsu and return to her assassin-for-hire roots. One day, she heard the announcement of a new The King of Iron Fist tournament to select the new head of the Mishima Zaibatsu. She stood on the sidelines at first, but a certain client asked her to join the tournament and handle all those who would side with G Corporation.
The client is Li Chaolan. That man has some nerve.
「わざわざ私を呼び出すとは一体どのようなご用件かな?」
That was for blowing up the whole building. Consider us even now.